Welcome to the Techpoint Africa Podcast. My name is Emmanuel, and today I'm going to be let's go on a little journey together, right? So I've been a little bit under the weather, and this week has been a little bit rough, but yeah, I was able to quickly recover in time to join the podcast today. I mean, I've missed being in front of the camera, So, but yeah, today we're going to be discussing some interesting stories, and we have a new signing. Yes, we just signed a very, 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 very marquee. Yeah, transfer window is not yet closed, so we'll be seeing some new signings. Don't worry, you've got this. So yeah, my name is Emmanuel once again, and I'm here with Bolu. Bolu, welcome, and Uboho.
Thank you.
She's the product designer at Techpoint Africa. So, and I dragged her to the podcast this year. She's looking relax. Calm down, eh? Relax.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to be relaxed.
Trying to be relaxed.
Yeah.
Then why are you lying?
Am I? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Free yourself. Eh? Okay, good. So, welcome. So, do you know why I dragged you to the podcast today?
No, I think I'm asking myself that question.
You're asking yourself that question.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll figure it out eventually.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I think the big story today is hold that thought.
Okay.
The big story today is the FIRS will now be the sole revenue collection agency for Nigeria. Now, this is not a big story. I'm just starting with this. The issue here is we have about 62 government agencies, or 62, 63? Yeah, 62 government agencies that are supposed to be facilitating a certain aspect of the economy. But all of them are collecting revenue. So apparently, it seems that Nigeria, being one of the lowest countries in the world in terms of tax revenue, also has one of the highest costs in terms of collecting this money. So even the money is not plenty, but to even collect it is very, very expensive. Why? Because multiple agencies are trying to collect money. And you know what I found interesting? Last year, the FRS, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, made a record 10 trillion naira in terms of taxes. And they've been focused on digitizing a lot of stuff. Then, how many of us remember the single treasury account called Remita? Do you guys remember it?
Yes.
Remita. Do you remember Remita?
I know Remita.
You know Remita, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I
So
use Grinta for school fees.
Remita
Yeah,
for school
exactly,
fees, yeah.
exactly.
So Remita is that service that powers the CSA.
Okay.
So that single treasury account is saying all revenue is supposed to come to the government to one account.
Yes.
But the issue is when you now have multiple agencies, you have customs, you have FIRS, they have plenty, and all of them collecting money on their own. There are going to be lapses. Money is going to miss hand on the way. So what the government is trying to do is to get FIRS to be the sole person collecting all the money from everywhere, whether it's FRSC, whether it's immigration, everything. Customs is coming through the FIRS to that
TSA.
to that single account.
So before, customs will carry their money by themselves,
yes,
but now
FIRS is now the sole collector.
So what's their goal?
The goal
Yeah.
is to eliminate any inconsistency. So if customs is collecting on its own, definitely if everybody is collecting on their own, there will be lapses. So if there are going to be lapses now, it's going to be one lapse. But before now, it will be 62 different lapses. You get so, and what I find interesting, as relevant to us at Techpoint, is it's a company called System Specs that builds Remita and is powering a lot of the things that government is doing. So I'm asking myself, is someone already powering the FIRS's digitization initiative? Because they started this last year, and for them to even collect our contact and start sending us emails and updates on FIRS, on what FIRS is doing, I found that really interesting. Like, normally all these agencies, the only agencies that send us is NCC, and maybe once in a while the CBN. Very, very rare. But I now saw I saying FIRS since early this year. I said, this is interesting. They first of all announced that, they made so and so amount from what they call this thing, payment transactions, the stamp duty on payment transactions. So so many more interesting stuff. And not to bore you, but if you are building anything like that, please let us know. Go to Intelpoint website, intelpoint.co, and register for the Nigerian FinTech Mix. I would like to meet you if you are building any solution regarding revenue collections. We need to be able to digitize revenue collection in Nigeria so that maybe we can see what the government is doing with this money. Are we good?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's important.
Interesting stuff, yeah.
Though I learned that Nigeria is one of those countries that collect the lowest
Yes.
taxes.
Yes, in the whole world.
Really?
And yes. One of the lowest. I'm not saying it's the lowest, but
One of the lowest.
One of the lowest.
About to be one of the highest.
It's not necessarily.
We don't need
They said they
it.
want to increase tax obligations now or something.
Yeah, they want to increase tax obligations. I think they've increased custom duty fees. And yeah, the gap, what Nigeria could be collecting is, and what it is collecting now, the difference is 20 trillion naira.
Oh wow.
Yes. So I'd like to see this implemented. It's Danfo. Let me know what you think.
All right. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
so, but for you to be able to pay tax, you need to make money, right? So, Bolu, there's a new way to make money on Twitter now. Please don't say X.
No.
Say Twitter now X instead of
Okay.
X, formerly
Sure.
Twitter.
Sure. Oh. I see what you did.
Yes.
All right, yes, there's a new way to make money on Twitter that is now X, like Emmanuel said. So, if you remember very well, back in February, Elon Musk, the owner of Twitter, now X, said that creators or blue subscribers, formerly Twitter blue subscribers, will be able to earn money on Twitter through the ad revenue sharing program. So this is just basically when people see ads on your in the replies of your posts, instead of Twitter taking all the money, they'll share some of the money with you because you're the one that created the content that brought the people to see those ads. I think by July we started seeing people in the US who were posting screenshots of how much they were earning. People were earning good money. Somebody earned, I think, almost $25,000.
But not in Nigeria.
No, not in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yes. And then by this week, we started seeing Nigerians posting their earnings. And it was quite impressive. But not so, based on, because you get paid based on the amount of impressions your posts gets, right? So if you want to even earn the money on X, the first thing is you must have over 500 subscribers.
So I'm qualified. Interesting. Thank you.
You must be subscribed to Twitter Blue, which is $8 per month.
Really?
Not much. Yes, and you must, I think, there's a threshold for the amount of impressions you must get. So once you have all those, you are now eligible. It's now for you to start, creating content that people will come and see. But then there's one interesting thing about this story, and the interesting thing is, you see, I spoke to a particular Twitter influencer, and he had 58 million impressions, and he made 220,000 naira, right? And there are people in the US that probably had less but made more, right?
It's not surprising, actually.
Yes.
But why is that the case?
It's not surprising, yes, but the reason why it's looking weird is because, one, Twitter has not told us how do I know how much? How do you calculate how much I've made? On YouTube will tell you, per 1,000 based on the country you are. Because different countries have different purchasing power. So based on the country you are, you earn a particular amount per 1,000 views, right? So if I have 10 million views, this is how much YouTube is supposed to give me. Twitter did not give us anything. People are just posting a lot.
So they're just paying on vibes.
Knowing.
So I think they would actually have that internal system to calculate it. They just haven't shared it yet.
Before you start paying people money, I think it's something that they need to make transparent. People need to know why. But one reason why I think though some users in Nigeria might be getting lower is because of the quality of the tweets that brought those impressions. So it turns out that advertisers can actually choose the kind of tweets they want to put their ads in. Right? So, I mean, you know,
No
you know what our
Nigerians-
influencers are supposed now. If it's not to drag somebody or to, violence, to cause violence and to cause trouble. And I mean, you are on Twitter. You see some tweets, like very reasonable tweets. Get 200 likes. Well, you see one foolish. Okay, I don't know. That word seems too much extreme. But you see one crazy tweet that is not doing anything.
So crazy is better than foolish. Noted. Noted.
I feel this is.
Okay.
Foolish sounds like a very strong word.
Yeah, tweet.
Exactly.
See the way Pidgin English solved everything.
So, yeah, tweets 200k likes and the the retweets and the quote tweets and everything, right? So I'm guessing these advertisers are like, okay, there's nothing my product is doing here, which they might be wrong, sure, but as I'm not an advertiser, but I mean I did small digital marketing one time. But thinking about it, if I'm selling puff, okay, I want to put my ad. I want my ad to be in something related to food, snacks, things like that.
Yeah, it makes sense. So
that's.
So have you ever dragged anybody
on
on Twitter before?
I'm a very quiet person.
A very quiet person.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
How
don't
many
drag.
followers do you have?
I have good number of followers.
Define good number of
Very
followers.
good number of followers.
Above or below 1,000?
But it's not up to the money.
It's not up to 500.
Yeah, it's not to
followers.
yes.
It's not to 500 followers.
No.
Yeah, you
I don't
said
believe
good
that.
following. Why did you believe?
I thought she has like 1,000 followers or more.
Why would you think so?
Okay. I bet no verse. So, but I think one issue I've seen, I think we need to be careful of is people might try to abuse this thing. I've seen it already. I saw someone posting that. I'm not going to say what he posted. She posted.
Please, don't say it.
Or you could tell that it was just for engagement. You know, there are some people who do this for engagement,
Yeah.
but now the incentive
Exactly.
very,
It's
very high.
You know, someone mentioned that Daniel Rega, right? Someone mentioned that he cashed out $9,000 something
Wow.
from, but it was not true, right?
It was a
Because
joke.
when the guy was not like he did not collect such amount of money, that if he collected such amount of money, you let people know. So so people do a lot of things just to get like that engagement, and I think she was doing it because she had a lot of like impressions. But I also think that Twitter these days, right, like there's this increase in the number of impressions that people seem to have. Like you just tweet and then you see a lot of impressions. I don't know, maybe it's their system,
the
or
algorithm or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you engaging Muiwa on something. So Muiwa is of the opinion that okay, Twitter is too much stress for how much. And you were saying you think you should double down on it. I think I remember that.
I should do one.
Should we bring it out?
There's evidence.
No evidence, no day for this one. No day.
There's evidence. So I be no be you.
No be me. No be me.
But it might actually backfire.
Why?
So the thing is, the reason why they are doing this is they want more people on Twitter,
Yes.
right? But this might backfire because, like you said, one, it's people who abuse it.
Yes.
People start posting things, mumu things. If people start posting mumu things,
People will be turned off
people
from
will
Twitter.
be turned off. You get?
Mhm.
Not me, Sha.
So
I want that violence and dragging.
man,
I'm all
think
for that.
I don't think nobody's
No be me. I don't say no be me.
Oh, no, man, say something.
I say I don't think anybody's going to be turned off. Do you know the amount of like disgusting stuff that's already on Twitter and people still stay on Twitter?
I mean, if you now make it worse,
Now you're not paying me to be disgusting. what
I mean,
level
that's
do you think
disgusting to the power of 100.
like I know that I can earn money.
Ha.
So what I resolved yesterday after what I saw was
Okay.
I'm not going to drag anybody on Twitter again.
Oh, you used to drag people on Twitter.
No, I don't used to. But once in a while my head is to touch.
Oh, okay.
Especially if I'm in traffic. In Lagos traffic. I avoid pressing my
Okay.
phone in traffic these days because if I'm on social media, I would just tweet like all the most controversial things I've done, except one, has been when I'm in traffic. So I've resolved that, okay, if I see anybody misbehaving and trying to be a nuisance, I'm not going to give any engagement because I saw something which someone posted rubbish and I knew that this person was just capping because I could now tell in his other tweets he was just using laughing emoji People were just dragging him. Oh yeah, you are giving him engagement. You're giving him engagement. So
it's funny. People give you engagement by telling you they know you're looking for engagement.
Yes.
Just ignore the person.
Just ignore. Just scroll past. There's not many things, and they are not what your response. So yeah, that's one way to make money. Then another way to make money that we're going to talk about. Oh, it's all about the money today. Yeah. All right. So another way, young people like us have been making money. I find it funny because this is something our parents said. If you keep doing this, you will not amount to anything in life.
At all.
But imagine my surprise when I heard that PUBG Championship in 2020 had a prize of $2 million. Me that I'm being serious with my life, I've not even seen $2 million. That was a few years back. It was Series A. $2 million. It's not that we are seeing 2 million proceed now. Wow. So, PUBG tournament, Call of Duty, $1 million. FIFA, oh, God, FIFA, $200 and something $1,000, and I'm busy playing FIFA. Okay, so, okay, continue. Please.
I think for people like who might not know, do you know what PUBG is?
PUBG,
yeah.
Is it public game?
Nice one. Did you see the angle she?
Yeah, public game.
Nice. Well, what is PUBG?
So PUBG is just it's a game, right? It's what do they call this? Shooting game.
Okay.
Like this, real real world. Okay. The word is not real world.
It's not open world. Is it open world?
Yes, PUBG is open world. Yes, no.
Yeah, okay.
No. They have the battle royale.
Okay.
And it's the multiplayer that is not open world, but the battle royale is open world. So it's like first person shooter games.
Okay.
If you've seen them, you just see your gun.
Okay, like Call of Duty, right?
Yeah,
so
like Call of Duty.
What's the whole idea behind the pub? Yeah.
The name.
So okay, so wait, first of all, this story is not even about PUBG.
Yeah.
I only brought PUBG because number one, these are AAA titles or AAA titles. Have you heard of blockbuster Hollywood movies?
Yeah.
So AAA games are like the blockbusters of gaming.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was we saw that an African entrepreneur has built his own PC game, and the game looks like PUBG.
Interesting.
From 1999. Sorry. Okay. Let us.
Okay. So a country, a West African, East African country rather, they're about to build the first PC game in Africa. The country is Eritrea, right? An Eritrean gaming studio was based in Dubai. Is working on the game. They've been working for it for more than 4 years now, and they're about to release the game. Right. The name of the company is Money Vault Games. It's Eritrean, but it's based in Dubai, and they are doing it in participation with, should I say, with the Eritrean government, right? And it's just like the Call of Duty games, right? The title is 18 minutes, right? And it's based on freedom fighters. I think freedom fighters trying to get freedom from Ethiopia back in 1984. Am I right? Yeah, back in 1984. So it's called 18 minutes because there was this military operation they were supposed to do that was going to take 18 minutes, right? And then someone died during the course of that operation. And it's just 18 minutes, but it was a very deep story. Yeah, it's a story that freedom fighting stories. And they turned it into a game, right? So that for young generations to know, this is how it happens. I mean, I think that's a very creative way.
Yeah, for a country that is repressive. Yeah, I think it's very creative, like you said.
To teach young stars, okay, this is how we got our independence. Yeah. These are the people who fought for us. You can relive it, with this game. Interesting stuff, right? PC gaming. My only issue with that is, my only issue with the whole thing is, one, why PC gaming? Because when you look at gaming in Africa, I think when it comes to gaming globally, Africa is fifth. Like when it comes to
how many continents are in the world? You see, Africa is fifth.
Well, so you see how behind we are, right? It has not taken off.
Yeah.
I think the market is right now. I think in 2020, revenue from gaming in Africa was a little over 3 billion, right? And it was mostly from mobile gaming. Why should they have focused on mobile gaming instead of PC gaming? I really feel they should have focused on mobile gaming, because you notice a lot of more people are going to mobile gaming. I remember when I started playing Call of Duty in 2020, I was playing with people from Kazakhstan, Germans.
I used to have friends then.
Russians.
We'll be in photo room and they'll be playing with people that in other countries, yeah.
But if you download Call of Duty now and you play, most of the times you see a lot of Nigerians in your lobby. So that's how you notice that
a lot more people are coming.
Yeah. So because you know they will pair you based on where you are, but because there weren't much Nigerians then, you'll be hearing really, really weird accents and weird languages. So I think they should have made it a mobile. PC gaming in Nigeria isn't that much. There are people who do it. I'm not saying it's non-existent, but it's not there yet. How many people can afford a PC game? Mid-range PC game laptop now. A gaming laptop, like mid-range. It will set you back $750 to $800. Yeah. So
$,
yeah, $750 to $800.
Use naira.
Okay, sorry.
That's
750k naira, 750,000 naira
to 800k.
800,000.
Yeah, just use. It's very simple now.
Yeah.
Like 1 naira to 1,000 naira. Don't bother with the whole mass. So I get what you are saying, right? And to be fair, mobile gaming is actually the top in the whole world.
True.
Followed by console, then PC. So console is your PlayStation, your Xbox, and all of that. Yeah. So yeah, it's actually the top. But I think maybe they're not just building. Maybe they're not building it for Africans. Maybe they're building it for everybody else. But when you say they want to let Africans know about their history, that's where I'm a bit concerned.
Exactly.
How many people really have time for PC gaming?
That's the thing. And PC gaming is mostly for like enthusiasts. Like if you see people who play with PC, they're like nerds.
Yeah, big time nerds. What you want to say something?
I guess probably if there's an incentive to it, people.
What is the incentive?
Making money obviously.
Oh, okay. So
okay, where's the capital?
We're back to the money. Okay.
You just wanting to make money.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, you need money to make money.
Mm-hmm.
What if you don't see the money that you need to make money?
You find the money.
Yeah.
No. So
800,000 naira. See, it might sound okay for a particular set of people within the country. You might say 800,000 naira. Well, it's not that much.
For Twitter people, it's not.
Twitter,
for ex people.
I used to lie.
No, most of them don't have money.
They don't have money. See, I saw job posting of 80k monthly. The thing had like 10,000 likes. I'm not saying you people that are saying 400k is nothing. Yeah, somebody is posting job opportunity.
No, everybody has humble.
So
that's it.
I mean, think about it.
We're not humble.
You need money to make money, yes, but there are mobile gaming tournaments where I can make good money.
Okay.
Right, and okay, sometimes you need really good phones. Good phones are over $1,000. But if you still buy this my type of mid-ranger, you spend 250 or you spend 180, 250, at most 300. You still get enough power to like play competitively. Unlike where you now have to take 800,000 just because you want to play a PC game.
Okay, so the feedback here is the fact that they should have made it mobile. So yeah, if you guys are listening to us, please, I think we are gaming enthusiasts. That's why we're actually featuring this on the Techpoint Africa podcast. But I think the feedback is maybe the African market is more mobile first. A lot of other industries have figured this out too. That's why you see a lot of startups are building mobile first, building mobile apps. They are not really doing enterprise software for mass market.
Yeah.
How do you want to even compete with Microsoft and all those guys? So, but fintechs, health tech, all of them, mobile app. They've seen that, Africa has a large mobile population compared to PC penetration. So maybe mobile is probably the way to go if the aim is for Africans. But if is to maybe appeal to a global audience, maybe.
Maybe.
But if it's to appeal to a global audience, how I would have done it is I would have partnered with Far Cry.
Okay.
Let them create a special edition
Exactly.
where they will come to Eritrea and do a
Because
lot of.
the competition will be too much if you want to
Yes.
make it.
So yeah,
So the game itself was looking. I saw a video of it. I think Onome has a video of the game.
yes. See what I mean by PUBG from 1960. And what? Okay,
I mean, it looks like PS1.
okay. I think the intention is 1984. You said 1984, right?
Yes.
So maybe is this
No,
how
no, no,
Eritrea
no.
was looking in 1984?
No. See,
Oh.
what you are saying is different. Yes, you can make the setting of the game to look old.
Yes.
But now we are talking about like graphics.
The graphics.
things
Yes,
like that.
yes.
No, maybe because it's not totally out yet, but then considering the fact that they've been working on it for 4+ years, they can show us something a bit better.
They can do better.
I
Yeah.
mean, see, it's not looking that great. If you
Okay.
ask me.
Yeah. You just reminded me of Red Dead Redemption.
Those
Yes.
are the games.
In the wide west, old west, or whatever they call it. Okay, so yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think Techpoint should host an esports tournament? Because I have it on good authority that a lot of tech bros are avid gamers. Tayo Vesu,
I'm
FIFA,
surprised.
Adewale Yusuf, FIFA, Tosin of Money Point, Mortal Kombat. Should we host
Tolu Williams of Siltech, COD.
COD? So should we host an esports tournament? Don't worry, let us know in the comments. So let's come back home to a discussion that Ubo can fully join us fully.
Maybe if we're talking about games like Contra or games like GTA,
Contra.
Where did you come from?
okay, that's not part of PUBG,
Wait,
right?
Contra.
Yes, you're talking about games like Contra, Konami. Then you're talking about
Mario.
Super Mario, right?
Super
Yeah,
Do you-
games like that.
do
Even
you-
GTA.
do you
I
play
can
Candy
relate.
Crush?
No, I don't play that.
No, Candy Crush is actually the second most popular game of all time.
But I don't
I think
play. I
It
don't
generated
like it.
the most revenue 1 year like that.
Yes. So Candy Crush is actually super popular. So okay, GTA is actually a very good comparison to what
Yeah.
these guys are doing. Yeah, fair point. So let's move over to the media. So we've talked about how to make money. First of all, there's Twitter, now X. And secondly, there's an esports world that is going on. So if you are playing game on your phone and you're just wasting your battery, no, you can actually make money from it. Don't do like Bolu. He has not made any money from gaming and he has been gaming. And don't do like me too, that I've been playing PC games and I've not made any money. So yeah, there's that. But let's come back home to Big Cabal. So our sisters at Big Cabal announced that they laid off 19% of their workforce. What happened there?
Okay, so we're talking about harsh economic realities.
Okay.
Yeah, economic conditions. I think it's eating everybody. It's eating everybody in East and in West Africa.
Okay.
So so they recently announced that they laid off 19% of their staff. I think the most affected is the part of the company called Citizens. So yeah, I think that's just it's the current reality for most companies, not just in Nigeria but in Africa and I think the world at large.
Yeah, but I find it weird because Citizen was actually picking up and they were doing a lot of shorts on YouTube.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they are making the money. Though I saw something about their revenue increasing in H1. That's 180% increase in revenue.
180%.
Yeah.
And they still had to lay off.
Well,
That's tripled revenue. Almost triple.
yes. So, I think from also what I read, okay, it also talks about the product. I think something related to product market fit, trying to find their revenue stream for citizens. They need to figure out what they need to do to make money. So, yeah.
So you didn't clarify Big Cabal is the parent company of Tech Cabal,
Zikoko, Citizen. Yeah.
then Tech Cabal inside. So is it just Citizen that was affected or
Yeah,
is sprinkle it?
Citizen was the most affected. But I
Okay.
think maybe it touched some other parts, but Citizen was the most affected by the layoff. Yeah.
Wow. I don't feel comfortable talking about other media companies. So when I see media companies announcing that this other media company has shut down, this other media company has laid off, I'm like, you could be next. Why are you making noise? The media business is tough.
Especially, it's tough everywhere, but it's tougher here.
It's tougher in Africa, yes.
It's tough, but Big Cabal has raised like some.
It raised $2.3 million.
Yes, so but you now come to wonder, like, okay, what's happening with the raised money and all that,
So what I think is, in the media business, right? Okay, no, let me not say media. I don't want to talking like what.
You want to speak like an entrepreneur with 7 years experience. Come on.
I don't know anything.
As a refcom.
But what I think is, yes, there is money, but probably say Citizen didn't pick up fast enough for their runway, right? Say they had 6 months, right, and it's looking like okay, yes, things are going well, but we still need like 10 months before we start generating money, right?
Yeah.
So the raise might have taken them to that position where okay, they are gaining some traction, but it has not gotten them. It can't get them to let's start generating revenue. You get what I'm saying? And there are other publications, right, that have developed well. So they don't want to, if they decide that okay, let's leave things going, it might touch those other ones. They might have to now sacrifice some growth that they've gained in those ones just to give Citizen the amount of time it needs to like finally take off and start generating enough revenue to support itself.
Okay, so I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? But when they were raising the money, they didn't even mention Citizen in the announcement.
True.
So it's for your entire group, right? So, but yeah, like you said, it makes sense. So, but do you have any parting shot for Big Cabal or every other media operator? No. So this is the thing, right? There are few media companies that are actually doing what Big Cabal is doing in Africa. Big Cabal, Tech Premier, Steers, Tech Next, Business Day. They're not many, right? And the fact that the media landscape is difficult, that was what has given rise to a lot of brand envelope journalists. You see some CEOs of media companies will even tell you that your press ID card is your meal ticket. So that is how terrible it is out there for media professionals. So for the few companies that are actually trying to do this well and even pay the journalists well, I think we should give them a
thumbs up. Yeah,
a thumbs up. So, but I don't know how to feel about Sendy.
Oh, Sendy is not media anymore, right? So we are talking about a Kenyan logistics company.
Yes, logistics.
That
I can be biased towards media, but I can fire logistics companies any I want.
So we're still talking about the same product market fit, because if you look at their history, and they actually raised a lot of money. That's in 2015. They decided in 2015, but over the years they raised $26.5 million.
$26.5 million.
Yes, that's a huge sum of money. That's a whole lot of money. So, but you realize that, I think it is.
Don't let Flutterwave and the rest of them think feel like
they're not fintech, but they're logistics. So when you have to compete with other guys in the market, and I think they were also in Nigeria, but they shut down operations, and the same thing, that they couldn't just find out what the Nigerian market needs, so they had to shut down operations. So it's sad, but that's the case for most companies, that maybe they rely on funds, because I think there was also this the investors were not coming for, they were not willing to bring in money and all that, so they had to.
So there's a question Muyiwa keeps asking. When did it become normal to say because you were unable to raise money, then you shut down? When did it become normal?
I think when we started depending on investors' money.
And not...
Are you supposed to be default alive or default dead? Whether raise money. So I've not seen anybody to answer the question convincingly, unless you guys have an answer.
Well, I think from what I've seen in like developed tech ecosystems, we've seen companies, big companies actually, depend solely on venture capital to survive for many years before they actually figure out how to
Mention
be
your name,
profitable.
Uber.
Yes.
Yeah, Uber recently made profit,
we have
right?
Uber. Is it just Uber?
No,
There
no,
was a
Uber.
time I heard Amazon was also facing the same thing.
Yeah. So Amazon's one was kind of weird because they've been able to use. They were generating a lot of revenue, Amazon, even though they were not making profit, and they were able to use the money they raised plus the revenue they brought to build the most ambitious cloud service provider that we know so far so good. They are the number one, AWS. So, yeah, they were able to survive. They've not shut down.
Yeah,
So the most important thing is that you survive. You are not selling off your assets. You're not shutting down. The most important thing is you survive.
Well, you guys have not told us what's actually happening to Sendy.
Okay, so
No verse.
Yeah, but they decided to cease operations and they said that they are going to be acquired. Though they have not mentioned who is acquiring them or the detail about the acquisition, right? So, but they made us understand that okay, that they're ceasing operations for the meantime until they have been acquired. So I think that's just it about
that's
it.
the main gist, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will say no more because I mean it's a difficult environment right now. But
Yeah, there's just some industries in Africa that are hard. E-commerce, to me, e-commerce, logistics, what else? Anything hardware.
no. So see, let's take OpenAI now.
Mm.
If you invest money in OpenAI in 2015 and they were not making any money for several years, I won't shout, right? If you're investing money in an R&D company that is doing research and development, you might not see any returns in 10 years. That makes sense. But the question I want to ask you now is, how has DHL been doing it? DHL is a logistics company, are they not?
Yes.
How did
yes,
they build
yeah.
it to what it is today? And there are logistics companies that are still doing well in Nigeria.
Yes, I think.
Even in Kenya. The logistics companies there that
Yeah, you have a point. So I think it is the way, I guess, is the way they build them, like the way they start out. Like when you start out, because those logistics companies, when you think about it, it took them quite a long amount of time to get to where they are, to be as big as they are.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Sendy is still very young. If you think about, compared to those ones.
But 2015
Think about-
is a long time.
It's not, okay, since when has
8 years.
GIG been in existence?
Have you heard GIG wants to shut down?
No, but
GIG
It
logistics
takes
is not that old.
a
GIG is the
time.
mobility side that is the
Yeah.
oldest. GIG logistics.
yes, the mobility side, I'm sure would have somehow helped the logistics side.
Yes.
So whether
Oh.
mobility logistics, it's they help each other.
you even want to bring example? It's not GIG. GIG is not anybody's mate. Let's start from there. So it's not even a fair comparison. I said DHL. Okay, DHL, GIG, all of them.
DHL is even older.
DHL is very, very old, right? But the point you are trying to make regarding them needing to have time to
Because the reason why I'm saying that is because the space, right? Transportation in our Africa alone is very peculiar. Unlike those
I
other
agree.
countries.
I agree. You agree?
A lot of things.
Do you
A lot
agree?
of issues.
Do you agree?
Onome is waving
Waving our flag.
so
with
I will not
multiple
go
colours.
into it. Not as if I don't know what I want to go into. But
Okay, no problem. So let's go into stablecoins. We heard PayPal has launched stablecoins. Give us the
Yes.
rundown very, very quickly.
Okay, so PayPal has launched their own stable coins. If you don't know what stable coins are basically cryptocurrencies that are stable, so they don't go up and down like Bitcoin. So you can use them as a store of value, and you can easily use them as a means of payment, just like your regular dollar. So it's a stable coin. The PayPal stable coin, right? It will be pegged with the dollar. It's also called PUYSD. It will be pegged to the dollar, which means it has the same value as the dollar. So it can be used just like the dollar will be used. So this is not PayPal's first foray into doing crypto-related things. In 2020, they launched their Pay with Crypto, whereby you can check out kind of what this company was doing. Was this our Nigerian
LaserPay?
Yes, kind of what LaserPay did, where you can go online, buy things, and pay with crypto. They did that.
They discontinued that.
No, it's still working, right?
Okay.
But the thing with PayPal is, it's available to some African countries, but I think for some don't even have at all. But in Nigeria, you can use PayPal, but you can only use PayPal to send. You can't use PayPal to receive. So we are speculating, could this mean that we can actually, maybe they will change things for us, because now that they are going into crypto, it's borderless and this. But I really think it will not, because like I said, it's not their first foray into using crypto, right? They've started using crypto before and they still did not send us. Why would they send us this time? So that's basically the gist. But one thing I think you should notice, PayPal is actually doing this for themselves, because when people keep crypto instead of, because most people actually do that because it's easier to send with crypto. Most people do that, which means they do have to pay interest, right? So
interest on what?
So say you are keeping your own dollar, right?
Yeah.
You get interest
on
keeping your dollar, but if you keep crypto, you don't get interest. So it's a
okay, so why did you
smart
reduce
move.
your voice as if okay. All right, no problem. I think it makes sense, but there was an angle that I saw that might be interesting.
Okay.
Are they listing it on an exchange?
Yes, they are selected exchanges that it will be on, which makes a lot of sense. Right? It will be on selected exchanges. It will not just be everywhere. We don't know which ones yet, but I'm sure it will be on the big ones.
So Binance?
I don't know about Binance. Binance is going through a lot right now.
Okay,
I don't want to touch them,
regulatory.
but definitely Coinbase.
Can Nigerians access Coinbase?
There's still a lot of friction to it. So most of this US owned, there's usually a lot of friction.
But Binance, Nigerians use Binance perfectly.
So Binance is our go-to.
Interesting. So I've just imagined a case where it is listed on the Binance exchange.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a window for Nigerians to receive through Binance.
Exactly.
It's a roundabout way of collecting paper money.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. It makes a lot of sense. So what they were trying to prevent, because if someone let me say it.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It makes sense, right?
Yeah,
so maybe Nigerians can now accept payment. So yeah, apart from the people that Bolu is talking about, it could be useful to freelancers who are, say, writers, developers, designers, who have clients abroad, who only, I don't know why they do this thing, but they said if it's not PayPal, they're not sending you anything. There are some people like that, actually. So, but now I think the cross-border payment space is improving. We have all these startups, cheaper cash, payday. Yeah. They're in the conversation.
Okay, Great Finance too, right?
Great Finance, yeah. So all trying to solve, but I've not seen anyone that's as seamless as crypto. If crypto was seamless. If crypto was
crypto is seamless. It's just
no. It's not seamless in Nigeria as far as I'm concerned.
It is
Right now. Crypto is seamless in Nigeria. You can withdraw money directly from your Binance wallet to your bank.
Yes.
Oh, they've activated it?
No, but there's peer-to-peer. There's peer-to-peer now. So if someone wants to pay me and they pay me crypto and I want to turn it to now, I say, just go on Binance, click P2P.
You forgot that day when we wanted to buy Wakanda, you sent money to the guy and the guy did not pick your call again.
That's an issue.
It was not seamless at all. You had to send it to, what was that app called again?
But I mean, after that, things have been seamless.
Okay, after that. Yeah, that. All right, it's fine. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed these stories today. There are a bunch of other things that happened during the week that we couldn't touch. Bolu published a story that he said Kenyan police is raiding Worldcoin warehouse.
Voila.
I found that story weird. Okay, confiscated equipment and documents for analysis. And their registered data controller in Kenya is now people are reading warehouse. It's fine. Senate has named 45 confirmed ministers for the presidency. We all watched Bosun's apology.
Oh, yes.
What did you guys think about it?
Okay, first of all, I was skeptical. I did not like, because I really didn't feel he said anything wrong. I did not feel that what he said made him look unpatriotic. So I was kind of like, why are you apologizing? But then someone made a point about him putting his work over his ego because he can accomplish more if you actually get there than just saying, leave me alone, I'm not doing it again. So,
okay, what do you think? You agree with Bolu? You think he shouldn't have apologized?
Well, apology was actually needed at that point because they were attacking him from different angles. All the questions they were asking him, all the evidence from his tweets. They're like, you did this. And so you even called the day, the time. And so it was actually like very, I think he needed to, say something. And from what I saw there, he was just making reference to why he made such tweet at such time and all that. So I guess it was necessary. Well, maybe in another case, he has the right to air his feelings, right? I think he does. So, but yeah.
Okay, so I have two thoughts about this. So number one is about the apology itself. Number two is about 45 ministers. So, but my number one thought about this is, okay, I've seen people dragging Bosun on both sides. Why did he apologize on one side? Then, okay, so I can drag the government now and I will just apologize and that will be all on the other side. Right? So some people are now saying, is it just apology? No problem. So people that detractors and supporters are both dragging him for apologizing. Yeah. But for his supporters who are saying, why did he apologize? Does it mean if you want a ministerial or government appointment in the future, you have to be watchful of what you say? Because I was about to say something in this podcast, but I started thinking, okay, what if I want to become minister? I had to say something about that. This whole issue. But what if I want to become minister in the future?
They'll drag you. They'll bring the evidence go there.
I'm insulting people's fathers.
Serious evidence go there on
this
camera.
Video. I cannot say they carried one part of the video and did not show you the full part of the video. I can't say that. Okay, it's fine. But I think the main issue for me was, okay, yeah, like you said,
putting his work over.
Yes, it looked at the big picture in this situation.
Yeah.
Like, what is there? It's just to apologize and be okay. Let me apologize and fight the bigger battles, because to be honest, there are bigger battles he has to fight once he gets there.
Yeah.
So that apology part was not an issue. But and those his detractors who are saying it's not patriotic, I would say I would trust a man's deeds over his words.
True.
I will always trust what you do over what you say. So no matter what he has said, the fact that someone like Bosun to incorporate his company in Nigeria in an era where everyone is incorporating in Delaware. That alone, see, if you are not in the tech space, you probably won't understand it. It's way easier to raise money. Investors are probably more likely to trust you if you are incorporated in a tax haven like Delaware or maybe Mauritius. Right? And he incorporated it in Nigeria with all the shaggy businesses are saying in Nigeria.
That's very patriotic.
That's, for me, I think is a very, very, very big act of patriotism.
It shows his belief.
Yes, and something I wanted to say, which I didn't want to say on video, is I would
Are
dare
you sure
say...
you still want to say it?
Don't worry.
I dare say that is more patriotic than a bunch of all those guys sitting there questioning him.
I didn't know that.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Yes. See, it's not enough to come and be saying, arise, O compatriots. No, it's what you do.
Yeah. Actions always speak louder than words.
Yes, you can say, I love Nigeria. I don't care if you say it.
True.
Do your actions prove that you do? Let everybody in government ask themselves that question. So, Onome, you can delete this. All right, so yeah, Musk's cage fight with Zuckerberg will be televised. Glovo
live on X.
Yeah, but Zuckerberg says we need a more reliable platform. Yes, now.
No, wow.
Yes, then Hacktivists declare cyber war on Nigeria. For some reason, Nigeria has put his mouth in Niger's matter, and flights are probably going to be more expensive.
Please comment. Leave in the comment section if you live in Nigeria and MTN has been slow for you, or if it has not been working well. Just put it there.
I don't need to be in the comment section to see it. It has
I
actually
can
been very bad.
So
They said, so those
It was
activists,
just-
Yeah.
so hacktivists, not the normal activists.
Okay, hack.
Activists. They said they
I
hacked
attacked him.
MTN.
I need to ask MTN if it's true. You should better talk.
I was on that. I checked their Telegram group yesterday. It's like it's France they are facing now.
It's France. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And let us know what you think about all the stories we discussed here today. Let us know if I'm serious about this. So if I see at least 10 comments wherever you are, whether Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, asking us to host an esports tournament, I'm going to push for it with all my might. So yeah, same here, right? So yeah, you have 2 people in Techpoint that are going to host it. Don't worry.
We'll push for it.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
We'll push for it. Yeah, let's know. No, but we'll push for it and see. I mean, I think if we put it in, it might not work out, but we'll push for it, and at least if we try, who knows what will happen. So just let us know.
All right, audio lovers, you know where to find us. Bolu.
Yes, you can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Heart Radio, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.
All right, bye-bye, people, and see you in the next one.
Bye.